Brandon, it was Officer Cook's second day on the job.
That all in itself was tough. All I could think was, we have to get Giovanna to the hospital immediately. And all I wanted to do was help both.
Just driving as fast as we can, and Frank's in the back seat, and he's yelling at Giovanna to hang on.
1 minute, man, 1 minute. Keep talking to her, put pressure on this one. Make sure you're doing chest compressions, man.
I remember banging on the window, and I hear Brandon in the front. He's telling me to, hey, you know, keep doing chest compressions, and we're almost there.
Brandon and I carried Giovanna into the hospital. At this point, she just had blood. She was bleeding everywhere, like her entire body was covered in blood. And we carried her into the emergency room, and I just remember yelling, hey, I have a gunshot wound to the head. Where do you want her? We set her down, and that was like the first moment that you had a chance to take a breath. And I looked down, and I'm covered in blood. I looked at Brandon. He said, what are we doing? I said, let's go, we gotta go back.
Shannon, call the police. Someone's firing a gun up here. Someone's firing a rifle on the 32nd floor down the hallway. Control units responding to 32.
Inside the Mandalay Bay, Stephen Schuck, the engineer pinned down on the 32nd floor with security guard Jesus Campos, have alerted authorities to the shooter's location.
Watch for weapons of the people coming out.
We're slowing the top right now.
Police spread out, sweeping through the hotel, looking for other threats.
You got two behind you already. Central Police, you're in here, sound off!
Waking stunned guests in the process.
Sir, are you hurt?
Clearing rooms, floor by floor.
Break. Central Police, put your hands up! There's an active shooter in the hotel, okay? Stay locked in your room, thank you.
Yeah, 1,400 people.
10 minutes have passed since the first gunshots. By this point, the shooter has gone quiet. On the 32nd floor, Schuck and Campos escaped to safety as police and security worked to get the guests out of their rooms.
Let me see your hands! One coming down. Coming out. Go, go, go. Run. What is that cart that's in the hall? I don't know. That's why we're not going any farther.
They worry that room service cart is rigged with a bomb.
You have police officers on a floor. What are they confronted with?
Can they find out if it's a two-story suite or just one?
They get close enough to that room. There's wires, there's cameras. What are they walking into? Is that an IED? Is there more than one person? How many people are there? We had nothing.
Let's go. Let's go. Ready? I'm moving. Ready? Got back. Watch booby traps. There's a car right in front of the room. Cover asses. Nobody comes out of those elevators. You got long? I got shotgun too.
Copy, we should be a floor below you.
One floor below, a SWAT team makes their way to that stairwell.
Shield up, shield up. You guys are doing a phenomenal job, by the way. Beers are on me later. Metro!
Right next to the shooter's room, they game out how to make entry. They force open that bolted door. Kill the light, concealing their position, and rig the door to the suite with an explosive strip.
Stand by for breach.
Then a warning.
Breach.
Everyone in the hallway needs to move back. All units move back.
Breach.
Okay, cover on that. In with you. Clear.
They find the shooter dead by a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Watch your back.
Weapons scattered about.
He put cameras up on the peepholes and all that. That's what these wires are. We're doing another breach. Another breach. Another breach.
They prep a second breach to clear the adjoining room.
We need the air clear for Zebra 20 to have one suspect down inside the room.
In both rooms, over 1,000 gun shell casings and an unimaginable cache of weapons.
Over. Guys. Okay, they want done.
Guys, everything's okay. He's dead, okay? Just go straight down to the side end and in. Poor lady.
Hey, guys! Hey!
News spreads across the hotel.
They went in, and then the doors were then cleared after that. Anyone dead up there? One down. That's what we heard. Suspect, one down.
For the thousands of guests that had been sheltering in place,
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
relief.
We have no control over the actions of evil people, but we're here now. Thank you.
A devastating national tragedy in Las Vegas, claiming 58 lives and leaving hundreds injured.
As a nation, it's as if we've grown desensitized to the horror of mass shootings. But the Las Vegas massacre seemed different.
The deadliest mass shooting
in American history.
The shooter from his perch high up and far away, exposing the fact that nowhere is too far or too secure for a bullet's reach. For days, the festival grounds remain frozen in those moments of terror. As authorities work to calculate the totality of the disaster.
It's hard to comprehend what happened, even to this day.
The final toll, staggering. 58 dead, over 850 injured. The deadliest mass shooting in modern American history.
After the shooting, we went back, and then our next job was to clear the concert grounds and look for anybody who was still alive and hiding. And then after that was done, our job for the rest of the morning was actually standing over some people who were passed away over until the coroner could come and pick them up until about 8 in the morning.
Later that morning, they head back to the hospital to check on Officer Brady Cook and that young woman they had carried in.
I said, let's go down to trauma and see if we can get the name of the girl that we brought in. I thought for sure that she probably didn't make it. And then we talked to a nurse, and I said, hey, we brought this girl in last night. She was, oh yeah, I remember her. And they said she's up on like the 3rd or 4th floor in the ICU, and I was stunned that she was still alive. We went up to the neural ICU and saw her laying in.
Going to the hospital and learning that she's actually still alive was kind of like sunshine to a dark day.
I saw it in their face that they were hurt by this, and they could, and I kept telling them, hey, be proud, you guys got my wife here.
For Frank and Giovanna Calzadias, their swift actions meant the difference between life and death.
There's nothing but love for those two guys.
Yeah, for sure. I'm speechless. I don't know what words to say to them, that I'm grateful. They saved my life.